Yes, no need to try and understand it. Let me put this simply. Everything is turbulent and disordered. If you try to force your way in, this is precisely why when entering the plane of Euthymia...
What? Alright, well, time on seeing you then.
Suit yourself. Worst case scenario, all we stand to lose is egg.
Paimon had it up to here with both of you!
Oh. Well, if you're quite sure, then of course... I say... Oh, nothing. It just seems... By the way, remember to focus. Only a strong enough will can prevent you from being swapped. Well then, the door's open. Hop on in. I'll stay outside and provide what stability. I'm placing my god in your capable hands. For my sake, and for Inazuma's, please. Bring her back.
Rico, you better know what you're doing!
That's enough chatter. Get to work. Remember to focus constantly on your heartfelt wishes when you enter inside. Only if you are strong enough can I deliver you to the right destination.
How can this be? You have returned. But how were you able to get back in? This is a duel to remember. It is as if we have returned to the moment when the laws of eternity over countless battles. Not once have you lost, and never have you. Had I made all enemies of eternity stand against you? For your firm commitment to enforcing the rule, you bring honor to the now these two return once more to this space. Then, let this be our final duel. The conclusion to that which began final duel? Stand back, traveler. I'm going to be the start of something new. The time our duels took to fight was long enough to witness the rise and fall of nations. The energy they consumed, great enough to pulverize the ocean and turn day into night. And the will they demanded, sufficient to penetrate minds and crush dreams. Yet, you have endured. I will endure forever. Illusion shattered! Inferior! Erase our threats! Eternity is in my hands! All obstacles! There is no escape! escape. The will I carry within me will never be eroded nor destroyed. Shine down. Purge all obstacles. In spirit. This, I believed you were incapable of transcending the past. But a will that cannot be eroded has no way to embrace the... You need not worry about the future. And you aren't alone. I know your power more than anyone else. Had I relied upon my strength alone, I would have lost this duel for sure. Yet, my reason for fighting redefined my martial prowess and redrew my limits. I now carry the gaze of... And whenever I think of this, I feel something. The blade that I inherited from Makoto. I noticed it also. Just now in the heat of battle, it seemed to unleash... This power is beyond the limits of... This blade belonged to Makoto. Perhaps it can only respond to me with its full... When I clasped Muso Ishin in my hands, it was at once a familiar feeling, and a strange one. You have my approval. Your present will is not the product of erosion. I shall no longer... From this day forth, this body will remain your assistant. I won't design any more rules that can never be changed. You used to represent my past, but from today on, Makoto never saw me as a fearless weapon. Likewise, you truly have changed. I suppose this is what humans call growth. I understand. I shall become your shadow, just as you were once Makoto's shadow. The duties I perform will not change. But as a warrior, I look forward to the Do you say this because you have not yet reconciled yourself with your... It was simply a new experience for me. One that is worth reliving.
Have you finished fighting then? Like...
Hello, A. And greetings, those who have come to bear witness. I am Raiden Makoto, the previous Electro Archon. Makoto? I'm so happy. You've come... I left a faint fragment of my will in Muso Ishin, so that in the moment that you unleashed its full... a convoluted way to reach you, but... Well, you held such deeply entrenched... There was no time to wait for you to have a change of heart. Please, but... Everything happened so suddenly. I've always felt terrible for having... I should have been the one to impart these ideas to you. Did you know what was about to happen? I had some sense of it. That place... was... In my present form, I can no longer perceive time. But I know that this must have been an extremely arduous journey for you. Don't look down on me. See, it was with this possibility in mind that I left a part here. Take it. But it is you who must take the most
The light turned into a seed?
The miracle tree that blesses the people, in this moment new to the world and yet to be known. When to plant it, where it shall bloom. She who brings it into being must let her heart and dreams decide. Grant it life, eh? Is it really? Eternity extends time into infinity. Dreams illuminate each moment within. When both shine in unison, the sacred Sakura blooms from the darkness, finally free from the clutches of the heavenly principles. Now the nightmare has dissipated, and reality is made whole. The vision we both yearn for is still further ahead. My only regret is that I cannot witness Inazuma's future, nor can I walk this journey with you. Do you know, I am so happy right now, because my final wish has now come true. Your polearm once protected me from countless calamities. For this, I've always felt indebted to you. Though I could never repay you in full, this sacred Sakura will buy you some time until you are ready to awaken and embrace the new. What do you think? Did it do the trick? This time, it really is goodbye, eh? Goodbye, Makoto.
So the A of the present planted the sacred Sakura in the realm of consciousness, and it took root in the Inazuma of the past. No matter what you make of it, it's quite incredible.
All of this is thanks to Makoto's power. Her understanding of eternity is a concept intimately connected with time.
A place where time is meaningless and cannot be understood with ordinary... Perhaps that is the reason why you were able to return precisely to this point. And yet, that sense of disorderliness has now...
I don't fully understand yet.
Well, I'm not convinced that it was Makoto's power alone.
Without the sacred Sakura, Inazuma would likely have been completely...
I know you've always perceived there was something special about the sacred Sakura. You've tried in the past to prove to me that there's a connection between the sacred Sakura and...
No. But I understand why now.
But don't you think that tree looked a lot different than how it...
The sacred Sakura is within my purview at the shrine, so obviously I...
Ugh. Now we see who's pulling the string.
I'm joking. That tree has been through a lot since it first sprouted. We have the loving care of kids, and obviously I played my part. It's fair to say that very little time passed between the moment you came out of that realm and the moment you re-entered. Traveler, if I'm guessing correctly, you were repeating your wishes to yourself in your mind. At that time, I could sense A's whereabouts, but suffice to say, time added a whole new dimension to our... Fortunately, your will was strong enough that the turbulence carried you to the moment in time. The flow of turbulence may well have been influenced by Makoto, but it took everyone's efforts combined to...
Does that mean it wasn't by chance that we ended up at the final duel? We were always...
I thought that the flow of time was the same on the inside and the outside. My first thought was... As a great but, it turned out you had come to rescue me. You came for my sake. You too have my thanks. You have done much for me.
A, how are you feeling?
My body has fully recovered, and the Shogun's will...
Always thrilled to hear you're in good health. But I was really asking about your emotion. After all, you saw
I only heard her voice. I wouldn't... I'll be fine. It brought up... I have to say, this has reminded me once again just how... She even factored my immaturity into her plan. It's all thanks to her that Inazuma lived to see this day. I just planted a seed.
Yeah, it was thanks to everything you did that you got to see her again. That's amazing!
Thank you.
Today, at long last, you and Inazuma finally emerge from the shadows. Makoto and you are Inazuma's past and
It's rare to hear such comforting words from you.
Oh, come on. You only think it's rare because you...
Makoto said the exact same.
Great minds think alike, hmm? I wonder, does that qualify me to, maybe, take the position of Shogun for a couple of days? Actually, no. Forget that. Far more trouble than it's worth.
We will have to end the frivolities there. There is much work to be done. The Shogun and I will closely review the Inazuma of today to find out where things currently stand. After that, I will abolish the Sakoku decree.
Really?
I am no longer pursuing an eternity defined by stasis. And I don't doubt that many challenges lie ahead for I'm looking forward to